I think more and more people are understanding and seeing that it is a vibrational game. It's not a game of action, not a game of hustling, not a game of working towards what you want. It's more a game of vibration, and it becomes easier, I find, to even talk to people about it. People are now more open to receiving this knowledge and receiving whatever it is that they want. So I think on the whole, more and more people are open to the idea, the whole concept, and to themselves being more receiving. So I think it has become a more widespread knowledge and understanding that this is how it works. And I think that's really a wonderful. I mean, it's very satisfying to see that. Very, very satisfying.
Yeah. Yeah. So at the 5D and above, there is no space-time concept. So everything is manifested instantly. And there is no delay as such. But because we chose to experience this physical reality, we do have
Yes.
constraints of time and space.
Yes.
And to manifest something from that astral level to here in the 3D level, it takes time and we don't understand how much delay it is going to be or what exactly is going to expedite this manifestation. Like, for example, people do see future timelines, those who are working as light workers or stars.
Yes.
And but they don't know exactly how to bring it up here in this reality in an expedited way. So how do you expedite your manifestation?
I think just understanding the fact that in the 5D there is no time space concept, and there's a reason why there isn't a time space concept. So because everything is in the now, everything is in the now. So now the moment we start looking at it like I want to expedite it, then we are looking at the timeline. So what we're doing is we are going against our own understanding of the 5D. The moment we understand what 5D is, that there is no time space and it's all happening now. What does that mean? It tells us that what we want is already existing, right? So if it's already existing and I know that it's mine, what's the big rush? Why rush? It's like, the farmer plants a seed. He plants the seeds in his farm and then he's watering them every day. And he's like, is he going to dig it up every day and say, come on now, get going, start growing, start growing? No, there is a gestational period and that's fine, and it is going to grow. He knows, he, waters the fields every day knowing that these seeds are going to sprout. So if we sit in that knowing that what I want is coming to me, it can't go anywhere else. I've asked for it and it's going to be mine. It is already mine. It just has to show up now. If we are sitting in that knowing, then that impatience or that rush, that feeling of, being rushed, it just disappears. And you don't care. I mean, it's going to come. What's the big deal?
Okay. Yeah. At times, we have blocks in receiving also. And many times we have that. And especially women, is what I have seen, that have these blocks of receiving. So somebody, the universe wants to give you, but then you are blocking your own manifestation because of the receptivity block. So how do you deal with those?
So how interesting that you're asking me this question, because recently in the last few weeks, I've actually been working on what it means to be feminine. And one of the most important things is that as a feminine being, my first quality is being a receiver. That I think is the most important, or the primary quality of being feminine, that you're a receiver. So actually, women receive. That's them. But because our femininity and some aspects of our femininity have been suppressed, to a certain extent, and suppressed also so that we can be more adapted to the males, the masculine.
Masculine, yeah.
Yes. So then, because of that, some of us have to be a receiver in certain ways, but innately we are receivers. Okay. So the moment we accept our femininity, receptiveness is just going to flow. Somewhere, I think we need to let go of wanting to be more masculine, in the sense that wanting to be more assertive, as aggressive, especially when we go out to work and we're in the boardrooms and we're leaders of teams and stuff like that. And that's what I'm actually working on, Akanksha. That's why I'm finding it very interesting that you're asking me this question. I've been actually working on a program to help women be more feminine, even when they're leading teams and even when they're in boardrooms. And actually, understand that it is a superpower to be feminine. Um, so I think, as females, we need to understand that we are natural receivers, and whatever we receive, we multiply. So, it is not that we need to block ourselves at all. In fact, we need to embrace who we are, embrace the goddess in us, and just let her flow. I think it takes some time, but I think we'll get there.
Yeah,
Because it's been years that we've been.
it's wonderful that you are doing this program and taking this initiative, because especially the corporate culture everywhere across, first of all, we see so few women in the senior level. So it
Yes,
starts from mid onwards to senior level.
yes,
That glass ceiling is real. How much ever we say that it's no longer there and all that, no, it's still there.
it's
And
very much
even if women are there, they have largely masculine quality, because they have to fit in the
there.
boardroom.
Yes,
And
correct.
you like, these are performance driven toxic cultures where what is rewarded is only the performance on the job at the cost of even humanity or human
Yes,
value. And
absolutely.
the cultures also across the board are many times very toxic. And the empathy is not rewarded, nurturing qualities are not rewarded. What is
Exactly.
rewarded is that how much sales you've done and what, the only the numbers. So
Correct.
yeah, so
Very
it's
true.
absolutely required at this time to have feminine leadership. And even across the world we are moving towards that, not just in the
Yes,
corporate, but in politics, in government, everywhere. All the
absolutely.
systems need feminine leadership at this time.
I agree. Even during COVID time, countries with feminine leaders actually did much better than countries that didn't have. So I think we need more feminine leadership. Yes.
Many times, feminine leadership is very suppressed. In fact, women are suppressed across the world, and it
Yes.
pains to see that.
Yes. It
And
does.
there are countries that are very regressive. Kind of, how do we kind of deal with that? Because we are a collective consciousness, and we do see these things happening even now. And we do see injustice happening on women across the world in all the countries.
Yes.
So, when we talk about feminine leadership, how do we deal with such things?
So I've realized one thing, Akanksha, that the moment we start looking at, you know, um, suppression of women, especially in certain countries where you see that they're not even allowed to read, they're not allowed to go out of their houses without a male escort. I feel that it pulls us down so much that then we are in a place of frustration, helplessness, and then we really can't do anything from there. So we are definitely not helping them when we are, looking at it like that and then feeling frustrated. So I feel what we really need to do is look at what we can do now. What is in my control right now? In my control, what is there is what I do and what I say and what I feel. And so I'll focus on that. I'll raise my vibration. I'll help whoever I can to raise theirs. Okay. And by doing that, I'm actually helping the whole world raise its own vibration. And as we do that, more and more women are going to see that, and there is what do they call it? They call it the critical mass. When it reaches a critical mass, things shift. So I think as women, let us do our own thing. Let us reach the critical mass ourselves. And I'm sure that everyone else is going to be affected by that. So instead of looking at them and feeling helpless, I think we can look at them and say, okay, I'm going to do my bit. I think feeling helpless is the worst feeling in the world. So, and I think we really can't help them. We really can't. So let's do our bit, knowing that, it's going to uplift us and in the process uplift them.
Yeah, absolutely agree with you. And the critical mass is, there are some people talk about 144,000,
Yes.
and there are different numbers, but yes, there are different percentages also. But there is a universal agreement that we do need to have certain critical mass so that we collectively raise our vibration, and individually
Yes.
what we can do to take our power back and do our best in whatever way we can is
Absolutely.
that we need to do, rather than focusing on the chaos and the panic and the negativity.
Absolutely.
So true.